girls, what I wanted to share is what do we know, what can we learn about the end of winter? How do we know when winter is past and what can we learn from spring? What we can learn is in spring, sometimes plants will shoot forth their buds and they'll start to grow because the weather will start to get warm and cozy and the sun will come out and it seems like winter's all done and it's time to grow. But sometimes plants do that a little soon because sometimes towards the end of winter it can seem like it's summer and then a frost comes and burns the plant. And then the buds and the leaves get burned and they turn brown and they fall off. So sometimes what can we learn from spring is that whenever it's warm and cozy and it seems just right and it seems like it's time to blossom and come forth, we might want to wait and make sure that it really is and test all things and make sure it really is just right before we blossom and bud and spring forth. So that way, all the winter is past and there's after that last cold, because sometimes things might seem really well and there might be one or two more frosts of really bitter cold. So you want to make sure everything, all that frost is passed before you spring forth your spring bud and you start to grow your fruit for the year. And this is not different than what we see in Noah. Noah did the same thing with the ark. How did he know that the judgment had passed and that it was time to come out of the ark? As soon as the rain stopped, did he say, "All right, open up the doors, let's go outside and play"? Yeah. What did he do? He did it cautiously, like the trees. When they bud forth, it needs to be just the right time so they don't lose that fruit for that year. So, let's read about it. Okay, Genesis 8. And God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made the wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged, and the fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters returned from off the earth continually. And after the end of the 150 days the waters were abated, and the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month, and in the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And just think about that spring bud of that tree. Just is it time to bud forth? And he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him, to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot. He was testing to see if the waters were abated from off the ground. And she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand and took her, and pulled her in unto him into the ark. And he stayed yet another 7 days. So sometimes, okay, let's wait a little bit longer. And again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came in to him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf, plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. And he stayed yet other 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. So it probably made it home. So he sent out a raven, and then he sent out the dove, and then he drew it back in again, and then he sent out, and when the dove did not return back to him, he knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. I wonder what kind of signal plants to let them know when the winter is past and the summer is coming. It's time to bloom and grow at just the right time so that their leaves don't get burned.